Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee out here in a friend of mine's bean field, and it won't be too long and these guys are going to be harvested. They are starting to get ripe, and beans are one of the first things that get harvested in the fall. And I asked my friend if I could have a few of these beans here to put up for the winter, and he said sure, go ahead. Take basically whatever I wanted. So I'm going to grab a couple pounds of these guys here, and I'm going to shell them out, and then I'm actually going to can them for you guys. Dry beans are one of the things that has a lot of different uses, and it's one of the first things when people talk about prepping that they tell you to get is get beans and rice. But beans you can put up dry, or you can also can them, and I'll show you here what these guys look like. See if I can't crack one of these guys open. And you can see there they are a red bean, and we actually use quite a bit of red beans, black beans, navy beans, great northerns, pintos. We use them all, and use them in a lot of different things, chili, red beans and rice. We do a lot of black beans too, but they're a lot easier to use and a lot quicker if you can them. So I'm going to take some of these guys, I'm going to take them in, shell them out, and then we're going to get these guys ready, and I'm going to pressure can some for you guys so we can put them up for our long-term storage. Well, guys, I am in the house now, and I got my beans all shelled out here, and I want to show you guys how to pressure can these beans. It's a pretty simple process, something that I've been doing the last couple of years here, especially with the prices of everything going up. And even though I'm going to show you guys how to pressure can these beans, that's not really the point of this video. The point of this video is get with your local producers. If anything is produced in your area that you can use for sustenance for your family, talk to those producers and see if you can make a direct link between them and yourself and your families. Because I'm here to tell you, in bad times that I think that are probably on their way, your salvation might be the local producers and, of course, what you produce yourself. So that's something that you always want to keep in the back of your mind. The more connections that you have, the more connections that you make now, the better off you're going to be after some type of SHTF situation. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around here. I'm going to give you kind of a quick rundown on how to pressure can these really good looking red beans I got back here. You guys stick around. There are our red beans that we are going to can, and then this is our cleaned mason jars here. Basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these beans 2/3 of a cup at a time, because that's what you put in pint jars, because when they swell up they will fill the whole jar. So 2/3 of dry beans per pint. I'm going to take these 2/3 a cup at a time. I'm going to rinse these off to get any dust or dirt that might be on these. One good thing about picking and shelling beans yourself, you don't have to worry so much about any type of debris, stones, that kind of stuff being in there, because of course you're doing it yourself and you're basically hands-on. So basically I'm going to take my 2/3 cup measure that I got here, so you guys can see it on there, and then I'm going to rinse these off. I'm just going to fill these in the jars with a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt per jar. Then we're going to get these guys sealed up. I do like boiling my lids yet. I know you don't really have to if you read the directions on your lids, but I still boil the lids like Grandma and Mom used to do it, to put them on these jars, and then we're just going to get them in the pressure canner. All right, I got the beans all rinsed off and jarred up with my 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Now I'm just going to put warm water on these guys, and then we're going to wipe the top of the jars. You always want to wipe the top of the jars before you put the lid on, to make sure that you get a good seal. Anyway, we're going to get that done here, and we're going to get in the pressure canner. All right, guys, you can see here I got the tops of the jars wiped down, and I got my boiled lids on top of my jars, got the rims on. Hand tight only, you don't have to reef them down completely, because sometimes if they're too tight they'll buckle the lids. I got my water in my pressure canner, and then I also put in a tablespoon of white vinegar into the water. That helps with any type of scale. If you have hard water like we do here, you don't want your jars to be touching when they're in the canner. So you want to make sure there's a little bit of space in between each jar. Now we're going to throw the lid on this. We're going to put some heat to it. We're going to bring it up to 10, 11 pounds of pressure, and we're going to let it go for 75 minutes. That's typically what the recipe is for any type of dry bean, is 75 minutes at 10 to 11 pounds of pressure. Here is the finished product. You can see that the beans swelled up quite a bit and filled those jars up, and that's why you want to put 2/3 of a cup in a pint jar like that, because that will swell up and then it will fill the entire jar and you get the most out of your space. Just wanted to do this video, show you guys how easy it is to go from basically farm field to jar down in your pantry. Something we need to think about, and like I said, the main point of this video is just keeping your supply lines as short as possible and utilize every local resource by getting out and talking to the local producers on anything that you guys could possibly use. These guys were in the canner for 75 minutes, actually a little bit more than that, because I let the pressure come down before I go ahead and I take these out. So you got a little bit of time wrapped up into shelling these out and getting these canned up, but it's definitely worth it because I know where these beans came from, and these are ready to go now for chili or red beans and rice or any Cajun dish that I want to use red beans for. Anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys got a little information, a little entertainment, something to think about as always out of this video here, and you guys have a good one.